This is Shen Lang, a single brilliant man that has saved thousands of lives. However, disaster struck early in his life as he accidentally disfigured his entire face through a failed experiment. Unfortunately for him, he lives in a world where a human's worth is calculated mostly by their sheer attractiveness. If you're mega ugly, even a paper bag on your head will not save you in this world. Not even all the money in the world can help an ugly man find even the fakest of all gold diggers. As such, Shen Lang has been stuck for 2 decades, unable to find a wife, even though he's one of humanity's most influential men of all time. Nonetheless, while out saving people at a camp, a missile locks on directly to his tent. With no chance of escaping and having mere seconds left before everything perishes around him, he freezes and stares onto the oncoming missile, relieved as he knows he can finally escape his misery. It's then revealed that right before impact, he wished to be reborn as a handsome guy, so he could hook up with any woman as he's apparently a man of culture. But then he woke up. This time he's unaware of his surroundings, where he also begins to wonder why he's not been blown to pieces. Upon further investigation, he finds a mirror in his room, so he quickly heads towards it. Once reaching the mirror, he discovers that he's looking more like a K-pop star than an old man, so he begins to suspect he must be dreaming. Suddenly, he gets a massive headache, where he reveals that he has started regaining the memories of someone else, presumably from whoever previously had this body. It then turns out that the two miraculously had the same name, where Shen Lang gets astonished that people hated him even though he was pretty. Furthermore, the old Shen Lang was utterly obsessed with a woman for 2 years, even though they only saw her face once. The woman was a daughter of the Xu family, so the two ended up getting married, even though the woman had a strange and rare disease. After his marriage, he became even more of a laughingstock, to the point where the Xu family had to intervene with his own servants to stop them from bullying him. It's then revealed he's actually such a mega simp that even as a husband, he only looked at her face and did nothing more. Unfortunately for our simp, it was exactly half a month ago that the old Shen Lang got super ill, and today seems like the day he passed. Thus, he was able to occupy his body from another world. It's at this moment that Lang joyfully realized that he's now the son-in-law of a very rich and powerful family. However, while trying to process all the new information, he hears some commotion in another room. Shen Lang then overhears 2 people talking about how he should have perished a long time ago, as he's apparently too embarrassing to be part of the Xu family. Suddenly, the door opens, revealing the 2 girls trash-talking him. It was at this very moment that the girls realized they made a tragic mistake, as Shen Lang has seemingly come back to life looking stronger than ever. Now, with the 2 girls able to see Shen Lang with their own 2 eyes, they begin to shout how he's alive. Meanwhile, Lang gets another tremendous headache. Instead of regaining even more memories, he instead gets greeted with a laptop from another dimension. Totally shocked and confused to what the heck is going on, he begins to notice that his eyes is transformed. Everything he looks at now has some kind of silhouette, while also gaining the ability to see through objects. Now even more confused, he begins to wonder if he absorbed the capabilities of the X-ray machine and laptop he saw earlier. Now in most anime I've seen recently, anytime I see a scene like this, I begin to think if this will turn into a culture anime. After hearing the seemingly impossible news, his wife quickly barges in to greet him. This is Su Chanshin, a lady with a very bright personality. Her personality is so bright that Shen Lang's face ends up transcending the earth and spiritual realms. However, turntables turn as Chanshin's demeanor sharply changes once she asks the doctor to actually double-check his health. Thus, he takes a closer look at Lang's hand, shocked to reveal that Lang's body has completed a full recovery. Nevertheless, Chanshin's true personality takes hold over her other well-rounded personalities. Now, almost forgetting that Lang is still around, she quickly gets herself together, like a true pro, and flashes the best look of relief she can muster. She then continues by saying how blissfully happy she is that Lang has now recovered. However, Lang witnessed the entire transformation from Grinch to TikTok star, so he begins to wonder if she was the real reason the old Lang got sick. Nonetheless, she attempts to get rid of him by using subtle hints to get him to go back to his homeland. But, as fortune would have it, Lang begins to pretend to be an idiot, exactly like how the old Lang used to be. The 2 lovebirds are suddenly interrupted with the door smashing open from a single door kick. A man then comes charging at him, absolutely furious that Lang seemingly does not understand that she wants him to leave the palace. Eventually, this unknown Chad angrily reveals to Lang that Miss Su is now his fiancée and proceeds to tell him to go back to his family. He continues on by claiming that Miss Su is his now, and so he threatens him by saying he'll transform into one kick man if he doesn't leave. And just like that, within just a single day, loser Shen Lang instantly lost his wife. Through the late Lang's memories, he discovers that no one would marry Miss Su due to her sickness, but eventually she got better. Unfortunately, her character changed as well. Anyways, with nothing else he could think of right now, he succumbs to their demands and agrees to head back home. As such, the two left him alone, but before they did so, the unknown Chad warned him that he has exactly an hour to vacate the premises or face a fatal consequence. However, as Lang is left alone, he flashes upright glee instead of expected disappointment. This is all thanks to his newfound confidence that he'll bag any, at all tens, they'll run into in this alternate world. Lucky for Lang, he ends up overhearing that his ex is about to have a wedding party, where a powerful and beautiful girl is rumored to attend. As such, with no time to waste, Lang hurries off to get ready. Now he has a plan he will soon set in motion, as beautiful, wealthy, powerful, and girl is all he needed to hear. Be careful, Xu family, as Lang is about to start his villain arc. Regardless, Lang actually ends up cosplaying a ball as he gets kicked straight onto the curb. But Lang didn't mind too much, as he's equipped with beauty and, well, nothing else. Thus, he starts his long journey back home. However, a mysterious purple man begins to shadow him. The mysterious man then turned around, eerily asking if everything is now fully arranged. It's then revealed that the mysterious figure is actually Xu Guanyin, head of the Xu family. Fast forward to the evening, where Lang is somehow already close to arriving in his hometown. Right before he can enter his city gates, men start to appear before him. Blue-eyed demon-like humans appear to have ambushed him, demanding that he must go with them or else. Since he's fully surrounded by the bandits, he gives up and lets them tie him up, no sussy backup needed. Now a hostage, he gets escorted deeper into the forest. Suddenly, his blindfolds gets ripped off, but instead of finding relief, all Lang can see is a hole clearly big enough for a man. But the story does not end here, as another man appears, ordering the rest of the bandit group to make sure he's burnt to a crisp. However, Lang quickly realizes that the man ordering the rest is actually someone from his memories. Eventually, he ends up remembering him, revealing that he is Tian Heng, a renowned underworld lord. With over 250 confirmed kills, Lang figures he's going to be the latest entry in Heng's record streak. Regardless, as Lang gets whisked away closer to his grave, Heng tells him to not get offended as he's just following orders. Lang then intently stares at him, where his eyes continue to glow bright green. Now annoyed that he's been staring at him the entire time, Heng allows him to speak. Thus, Lang explains that he sees a needle inside his body, and if he doesn't take it out, he'll eventually perish. At first, Heng didn't believe him, but ultimately gets shocked as Lang is able to pinpoint where exactly the needle is, as Heng has not told a single soul about his problem. And so the two attempt to bargain a peace treaty. Unfortunately for Lang, Heng apologizes and tells him he cannot let him go. It's then revealed that the real reason Heng is after him, it's because his family didn't hold up the end of their bargain 3 months ago. A flashback then occurs showing Lang's father storming the household of the Xu family, wanting to know what happened to his son. But they just kicked him out straight to the pavement. As such, he ended up getting injured from pounding the pavement, so they went to borrow money from the underlord. Back to the present, Heng tells him to not worry too much as his entire family will be joining his fate very soon. His life then flashes before him as a sword begins to swing straight at him. But he's able to stop the man as he screams that he'll give him 1,000 coins instead. Lang then continues by claiming that he'll actually get all of it within just a few days. Luckily, Heng agrees, but he counters by saying he has only 3 days to do so, as the Xu family wants Lang's head within 3 days for just a mere 100 gold coins. Now time is ticking for Lang, as he has only 3 days to gather all the coins, while simultaneously being watched by 2 eggheads. Finally, he arrives back home, where he gets greeted by his parents and his other brother, where they begin crying as they are surprised he actually used his brain. He also begins to use his X-ray powers, allowing him to diagnose the injuries that his father and brother sustained. The next day, he went to forage for herbs at a nearby mountain. Luckily, he was able to find everything he needed, and so he went to use his powers to heal his family. Now with the days coming to a close and time quickly running out, the 2 eggheads appear to warn him that he needs to make money now. As such, he heads out with the 2 and begin their journey to the nearby Xuanwu city. On their way there, they encounter 2 old uncles that owe the bandit group money. Although the 2 old uncles were literally one of his uncles, the egghead bandit one quickly disposed of them. Eventually, they reach the city gates of Xuanwu, where they get welcomed by someone connected to the Lin family. There, they meet Lin Mo, the head of the Lin family, after requesting an audience before him. Initially, Mo was about to storm out until Lang revealed a perfect golden silk, a color reserved for royalty. Though Mo is visibly impressed with the color, he begins to doubt Lang's abilities, as he could have just easily picked up the piece of silk somewhere. As such, Lang claims he could make the dye in front of him in under an hour, but first, he must hand over 2,000 gold coins to him. With the deal now inked on the table, he quickly went to craft the dye. Now amazed at what he's witnessing personally, Mo hands over 2,000 gold coins, more wealth than entire generations combined. Thus, the 2 happily congratulate each other on the deal, but then they get interrupted as someone calls out Lang's name. Upon turning around, he is greeted by his ex-wife and the head of the Xu family.